Bobby Bones Show.
Anybody but me fascinated with the Ole Miss story?
I don't know. Amazing.
Oh,
Maybe
terrible.
Oh.
But yes, compelling. I'll say compelling. So, okay, so Lunchbox, you want to know about this?
Fill me in.
Oh, come on, guys.
So yesterday, the story broke, and I believe it was a Snapchat full message that told the story, and then it started to be tracked back. Now, I'm going to give you the nuts and bolts of it first, and then we can kind of go into it. But there was this, I'll say all this alleged. There's a girl, we'll call her MK, because that is allegedly her initials. She is a student at Ole Miss, pretty, and she had a boyfriend, and they've been dating for whatever. Turns out she had hooked up with the boyfriend's dad a couple of times.
Allegedly?
Well, it's alleged. It's all alleged. Everything I say is alleged. I don't need to say alleged after every time.
Okay, sorry.
So she had hooked up with the boyfriend's dad, had sex with the boyfriend's dad a couple times.
Oh, my goodness.
And in that message, which was written like a 14-year-old writes, but okay, it's social media. All of this was kind of laid out. And so, more nuts and bolts. She apparently twice had sex with the dad. The son then finds out, and the son then takes her back. Thoughts?
I'm Googling.
It's going to be tough to find because you had to kind of be involved. You had to kind of follow. I didn't see a story that laid it all out. Maybe now you could, but I had to put all the pieces together. I can read you this because they're covering up. That's Snapchat, right, Mike? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll read you this. This is what started at the post. Basically, I don't know if you've heard this part, but so over the break, or I can click right before the break started, MK went home early from school because I guess she finished her exams early and went to watch blank's little sister at her basketball game and went with the dad. And then they dropped the sister off at home after the basketball game and went to dinner and drinks and was buying her drinks and stuff. And then they got with each other or something. And then that was the first time. And then I don't know how the boyfriend found out, but I know he did. And then he was upset about it. And then MK told him she'll never do it again because she's such a effing liar. I'm sorry. And but the mom knows, but she's not getting divorced fully because she knows of MK, but because the dad has cheated on her before, multiple times. So that's why. But so bad. So that's where it all started from, was that message being posted. And in a day, the thing exploded. You were seeing them at Ole Miss baseball games chant the girl's name.
Oh,
yesterday.
Yeah, I
Eddie,
see a picture. Okay, so is this being called Daddy Gate?
Sure,
could be.
Just making sure that I'm reading the right thing, and I think I am. So now I see her. Yes, pretty. Dad.
Yeah.
Not good looking.
Really? I'm not gonna.
Dad may have been good looking when he was way younger, but Dad looks to be
old.
50s. Oh. Put on some weight.
Lunchbox, pull that one up.
Unhealthy 50s.
Let me find the dad, okay.
Because, and she...
wealth management, so got some money.
Okay. I mean, I figured she was really pretty. I figured that part.
Yeah, she's really pretty. And that happened, all came out yesterday.
And then the son just took her back because...
Think about that. You're now dating a girl that banged your dad.
No, I couldn't. No.
Crazy!
Couldn't do that.
And think about now, they're famous.
They're famous. Supposedly she's dropping out of school, allegedly.
That's the dad?
Wait.
Dude, he's old.
I'm going to tell you what, there was one funny... People with technology are so smart. I was looking online, and someone had done where they took a picture of her and a thing of him, and they made him kiss in the video. And I was like, how did they do that? It is so amazing.
That's AI.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. The way they were able to do it, I was like, I laughed out loud. Because she came out of her picture, and he came out of his picture, and I was like, how hilarious is that, dude?
That's not hilarious.
She is so hot.
Yeah, that dad must be so rich.
So rich. He must have been showering her.
But how does she benefit from that?
He probably says, "I'll
buys
give
her stuff."
Yeah, he's buying her. He
I don't know that
I
don't know that he did, but I mean, why else would you do that?
I don't know.
Because he's not attractive.
I'm not oh yeah, I'm going to do this for a nice dinner.
Yeah, I don't think it's for a nice dinner. Again, if I'm just completely speculating, that if they've done it a couple times at least, I'm sure. I would imagine, I would guess that there's something more involved, he's, helping her out with some stuff.
If she likes money, though, it wouldn't hooking up with his dad potentially mess that whole thing up, because she would get, money.
But I don't. She's playing the long game. She's not playing the 20-year game, and I don't know how. Serious the relationship with the boyfriend. I guess if you're going to marry the boyfriend, it would mess it up because you're going to get the money. But if you're just dating the boyfriend who's rich, but the dad will also like buy you stuff, I mean, that's the short game.
And how does the boyfriend take her back?
That's
I don't get that part.
Like, that's the weird part.
Your dad's ding dong has been.
I'm out. Go marry
I
my
don't know.
dad.
Some
Go
people
be with my dad
have
then.
like, I don't know. Whoa, I wasn't thinking fetish.
Well, you
I'm
just said
saying,
some people have a weird.
no, some people have a weird, or a different
Twisted.
upbringing to where it's like.
I don't think it's anything to do with the upbringing. I think she's just way hotter than he is, and he was like, "I'll take you back."
I don't see a picture of the son. I only see a picture of the dad. Is she way hotter than that?
Yeah, here, I'll send it to you.
You don't need the picture of the
He's
son
fine.
here.
I mean, he's normal. But SEC schools, you can just be a normal dude with money and have the hottest girls. It's kind of the meme of like normal to below average dudes that have money in the SEC with really attractive
Amy,
females.
Can you see that?
And how gutsy
I
of the
know.
dad.
Oh, I got it.
Like
How, but not thinking it, not even gutsy. Like how slimeball the dad.
slime ball for sure.
Well,
Just yeah.
Yes, lunchbox.
it's not like they're married. Like, okay,
It
listen.
doesn't matter. It's your son's
no,
girlfriend.
I get
It's
it.
your son's
Hold
girl
on.
and you're
And
married.
also, you're married too.
I get it. But if
Okay,
he has a
No, there's no I get it. That's a slime ball.
Hold on. Let's just talk this out.
Oh my god.
If the son, if the son isn't gonna marry this girl,
But they're in
You
a
don't know that.
relationship.
they're in a relationship,
A serious one.
and maybe his dad's like, "Look, I saved you from the heartache
That's not-
later."
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Good way.
Because now they're back together. So that was
No,
not the
that's
case.
the weirdest thing is that the son was like, "Oh, you hooked up with my dad. Don't worry about it. You can come back to me." No.
I would imagine now they're I can't see them lasting through this thing becoming
No chance.
the fully domestic scandal that it has become.
Yeah.
I did see someone post now the only thing the son has to do is hook up with her mom and had a picture of her mom. And I was like,
That's
Oh
straight out.
my.
How embarrassing for the mom too. Like just
How embarrassing for
Everybody.
single person. The dad who's the slime ball, he deserves it. But think about him going to work. All his bosses know.
yeah,
Sorry, who
everyone
wrote
knows.
the text?
A friend of hers, right?
Yeah.
That
Did they cover the
person
name?
Also has like
Oh.
who texts like that? Who writes like that?
A college.
college
Yeah,
kids.
Any kid.
Yeah.
but the dad went to the
I don't
University of
know.
Texas at Austin.
See that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the text was anything
Shout out.
different than how kids write.
Hook 'em.
Yeah, there you go.
Dang man, I missed that story.
How did you? I mean, it was
a big one.
everywhere.
It was
dude.
everywhere. Well, I was in like I was the Steve Smith story the day before.
Well, I still haven't. I wouldn't know about that if y'all didn't tell me. So
I saw it on social media, but I was only getting snippets, so I didn't know what
It was hard
happening.
to put together.
Like
Yeah.
I just saw some random girl, and I saw a dad, and I was like, I don't really understand the correlation. Now I
Yeah,
know.
It is a tough one.
golly.
There
I
you
mean, that's
have
just wild that she goes back to go to the basketball game. Like, so do we think it was pre-planned? Do you think she
If
went
they
back?
had done it before, yes. If they had done it before, yes. I don't know because that message said they had done it before. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure about any of this, but
Yeah.
the answer to me would be yes if they had done it before. It was all a plan. Because this is kind of weird. It's like if you've never done it before, how do you even propose that? Hey, you want to drop the daughter off and go have even just saying, hey, do you want to go have some dinner?
I'm saying.
It's just weird.
Gutsy, man.
Yeah, even if it.
Also,
Like,
though, how does she even develop that connection with him for that to happen? You know what I mean? Like, are they hanging out?
Somebody has to take a risk and make a flirty move at some point.
I would think it'd have to be her.
It had to
No,
be him.
but he
You
had
think?
been cheating before. That's why his wife is divorcing him. This isn't the first time, so he might be
But different if it's your son's daughter. Far riskier.
son's girlfriend.
Sorry, your son's
girlfriend, yeah.
Your son's girlfriend. Far riskier. Even if you're cheating, you probably still aren't as brazen with your actions. But that doesn't mean you won't do it if it's proposed.
Yeah, I just have to think that like they had enough communication before this happened that
Somehow,
Something's been going on.
One of them made some little flirty thing. The other responded to it, going, "Oh, is this what I think it is?" And then it slowly built because I don't think they're just naked, belly to butt, 5 minutes later.
yeah.
Because he's.
This is crazy.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what I was into yesterday.
I mean, it's got to be a movie, right?
I don't know, dude.
I'm
I don't know
pretty
if
sure
it can. I don't know if it
there's
can handle
movies
a movie. Like
Yeah,
we did 10
I'll-
minutes on it here, and I'm kind of done now. Unless more comes out about it. But
Yeah.
the fact that the son was like, "I'll take you back," because she was like, "I love you, I'll take you back." But then it's like, you're basically doing it with your dad. Your dad's your Eskimo brother.
It's crazy.
And they had to have been dating for a good amount of time for her to go back early to go to the sisters, be involved
Yeah.
with the family.
Yeah.
That's life.
But she is hot.
Yes, we've established that.
Yeah, the dad.
Man.
Yeah, the dad. I don't know. DRS warns these surprising common things can land you in the ER. And here's the list. This is from the New York Post. But the DRS specifically is the Department of what?
RS.
Recreational Services? But I don't know.
What is that?
It says DRS like I'm supposed to know what that is. Wearing Crocs, the popular footwear brand, isn't just a fashion choice. It's putting you at risk, according to the emergency medicine physician that was in the article. That makes sense. We've talked about that before.
My kids are so stupid. They play basketball, football, everything in Crocs. I'm like, you guys are going to hurt yourselves. Just wear shoes.
DRS, Department of...
It's got to be recreational.
Can you look that up, Mike? Petting strangers' dogs. Even giving a friendly pet to a dog that you don't know well could put you in harm's way. He says you don't know what kind of trauma that animal's been through and what kind of triggers it has. And also, don't pet a service dog. And they wear vests that go, don't pet me, but sometimes you don't see that. You can always ask, but they're probably going to say no, but occasionally they're okay with it.
Sometimes they'll come up to you and say, you can pet my dog.
Yes.
That's cool.
Slicing avocados or bagels. We do it all the time, and it may not seem risky, but if you're holding it in the palm of your hand, like an avocado especially, and you got to go around that middle pit.
Mm-hmm.
You take it out. Take that seed out.
No, but you got to cut it to get there.
Oh, right.
That's the whole point of it. You got to cut through the.
So when I cut my finger, the doctor said that avocado hand is probably 80% of his business.
Wow.
It's spikes around Cinco de Mayo.
Of course it does.
Seriously?
According to the ER doctor,
Oh my goodness.
cooking-related knife injuries are most common ones they see,
In the
and there are
summer.
so many. She says, "Oh, you're cutting an avocado." She goes, "Don't do it. At least cut it on like a counter."
Yeah.
Mike,
I think it's just shortened of doctors.
oh, it's doctors. Well, why'd you do 3 capital letters?
Doctors.
Hilarious. DRS.
Doctors.
It's 3 capital letters. You would think doctors would be
And
big,
besides,
big
it's got to
D,
be recreational safety.
small letter R. That's funny. What would you think that? Look, what would you think that is?
Yeah, DRS.
3 capitals.
Yeah.
That's DRS. Okay,
That's
cool.
really funny.
Funny.
Trampolines. They're a broken bone factory. Warns the Dr. Gregory Suglasky, the chair of the emergency department of Hackensack University. That's a university. Hackensack University Medical Center.
Like the
If I go
ball?
to my doctor and it's like, hey, where'd you go to school? Hackensack.
You're not my doctor anymore. I'm getting a new doctor.
I'm sure it's great. But Hackensack feels a little, that feels like a bunch of hippies out kicking a little,
Little ball.
yeah, whatever that thing is.
Do you know that they
A
have
hacky sack.
in-ground trampolines now?
Yes.
Yes.
You ever seen those?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, they've had them for.
My sister has one in her backyard.
My wife wants to get one. I'm like, no, you got to do.
So what do you have to do? You get to dig like a pool?
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's not. Well, yes, it is like that, but it's not that crazy. You dig the hole and you lay the trampoline in there.
But you have to dig a hole.
Yeah.
But not as big as a pool, obviously, but as big as
Right.
a trampoline.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that I've seen, that with my own eyes, I've only seen 2, they're not, I'm sure they can be, but the ones I've seen are not as big as like a full-on trampoline. It was like a mid-sized one.
Yeah, you can have mid-size, but also you're not going as deep as
Hey.
a pool.
New York Post was that. There you go, boom.
DRS.
Yeah.
A prosecutor says a golden toilet was stolen from an English palace. So it's funny that it was a toilet, but the toilet is still 18 karat gold. Like you don't keep using it as a toilet. You melt it down and have all that gold.
Yeah.
It was not your typical smash and grab burglary. The one-of-a-kind 18 karat gold toilet was swiped in under 5 minutes at this mansion where Winston Churchill was born. We had the gold guy in here after the show one day. What was he saying about what's the highest quality? Do you remember?
24.
24 karat magic.
And he said 24 karat
Good.
gold is pretty soft. You can kind of bend it. That's how you know it's pure.
So the less pure it gets, the harder it is because it has other things in it.
Other elements, yeah.
And the gold guy, what's his business?
Nashville Golden Coin, I believe.
His name's Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah. Kyle was a co-host with us one day, but I didn't know his business. Nashville Golden Coin.
Is that right, Scuba? Nashville Golden Coin?
I need to go buy some
I
gold.
think so, yeah.
We talked about it because, I mean, he coaches one of my son's basketball teams. And we talked about it. He's like, is Bobby serious about the gold bar? I'm like, I think he was.
Yeah, just to like have a couple.
Yeah.
I was watching this thing on Fort Knox where they're wondering they even have any gold in there. It's supposed to have all of our gold, but they won't go in and do an audit on it. And then all of a sudden, Elon Musk and Trump were like, why don't we live stream going in, looking at all the... They never did it. But that holds all of our gold. And what they would do is they would go in and they'd weigh it instead of looking at it and counting it, because sometimes you can gold plate other things to look like gold, which is why they have to weigh it, because if you're gold plating a different metal, it's going to weigh different. which is interesting. But Fort Knox has all the gold. I don't think they have audited that place in 100 years. So who knows what's even in there.
Right.
So like if there was the end of the world and somebody survived, they'd go looking for that gold, like almost like the city of lost gold.
I would say if it's end of the world,
And
really
one-
not going to be a currency because there's not many people. But I guess if it was a major global disaster where 2/3 of Earth was gone,
Yeah.
that yes, you could go find the gold. But if there's no one to spend it or use it, it's just another rock,
Yeah, sure. Another
a shiny rock.
yeah.
The hardest working city in America is,
Pittsburgh.
Detroit.
I think that's a great guess based on what we have learned about Pittsburgh through television.
Cleveland.
Pittsburgh did not make the list, but that's a
Oh.
good guess. Cleveland did not make the list. Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh,
So they did work ethic, all these different elements they used in it. And they compared 116 cities, employment rate, work hours, workers with multiple jobs. Hardest working city is Anchorage, Alaska. Number 2, D.C. 3, Irving, Texas. 4, Dallas, Texas. And 5, Cheyenne, Wyoming. That is from Wallet Hub. A wedding photographer scammed 30 brides out of $100,000.
oh.
Man, here's one thing. Like, you want to scam people out of money? That sucks. I don't like you for that. It's dangerous if you're going to scam brides. They will cut you.
Oh yeah, Bridezilla's.
Just, no, not going to be a Zilla. Any bride. They will cut you because they're in a place where everything has, their whole life has been, my wedding is going to be good, great, perfect, whatever it is, but it's going to be this way. And now we've paid this money for it to be this way. They find you. Sarah Venizio is one of 30 brides who claimed to have been scammed by a wedding photographer who they say took their cash but no-showed the weddings and took no pictures. Excuses the brides say they've been given are that the photographer's closing their business, her car was stolen, she couldn't get an Uber. That's a good one.
I couldn't get an Uber.
The New Jersey Division of Consumer Affairs says they haven't received any complaints against Christina Garcia of Wandering Stardust Collective, but its Pennsylvania counterpart says they've received 4. Thus far, the brides claim they've lost more than $100,000 altogether to what they say is a scam.
Wow.
Boy, to do that many times. How many Ubers are there not?
Right.
A woman's hurt on the Harry Potter ride was awarded $7.25 million by a jury.
Is that
How
universal?
hurt? How hurt?
A federal jury has awarded $7.25 million to Pamela Morrison, a 74-year-old Arizona woman,
Pamela.
for a spine injury she said she sustained, while exiting the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey ride.
Oh,
So
while
she was
getting off the
exiting?
ride.
Yeah, so let me read more. In September 2022, she accompanied her grandson, and they were asked to leave the attraction after her safety harness failed to secure properly. So nothing wrong. Nobody did anything wrong. Thing wouldn't go, oh, we can't let you get in this cart because it's not securing. So far, I'm in. While stepping from a moving walkway to solid ground, she slipped and fell, resulting in a spinal compression fracture. So this isn't so much about the ride. I need to know what the moving walkway means and if it was actually moving, because I can't think they would start the cart while they're saying, hey, you got to get
When
off.
you get off the rides, there's like you go to the airport, there's those moving walkways that you can stand on and it just moves you as you're walking.
Yeah,
or you
like,
can just sit there.
what do you call those?
Moving walkways. People movers, people, pedestrian.
What kind of?
It's like an escalator,
on
but
the
it's
ground
flat.
escalator. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
Go ahead.
So when you get off any of those rides, a lot of them at Disney, Universal, you get off, they say, get off, get on the moving walkway, be careful, and you get on it, you wait, and you get to the end of it, and you get off, and you leave the ride.
Well, that doesn't sound safe if they're like, get off onto something that's moving. Is it usually stopped when people get off?
Well, the cart and the walkway are together.
Moving together.
So you literally just get out of the cart and it's another platform that's moving. But you guys are still moving. It's just to make the ride to keep kind of going.
Yeah, and if
And
you're
then you
handicapped, they
step
will
on
stop it.
the
I'm not getting it for some reason. Why would it be moving if you're stepping on it?
Because it's always moving. It's a constant moving thing with the ride. So it's moving together. They're almost moving parallel to each other. So you're on the ride, you're coming to the end of the ride, and then to your right, you would normally think, okay, I'm going to get
But
off.
this is not the end of the ride, though. This is before the beginning.
Well, even at the
both.
beginning, too. They have the beginning and the end.
Huh.
You ever been on Haunted Mansion before at Disneyland or World?
No.
Oh.
Okay, well, obviously I don't understand what's happening here, but that don't sound safe.
So she,
I can't believe other people haven't fallen if you're asked to get off on something that's moving.
It does happen a lot. You'll be on a ride and it'll just stop out of nowhere and you realize, oh, there's someone who has fallen, or they stop it for someone who's handicapped that has to take a little bit more time to get off the ride.
What are you saying?
It's also not moving super fast. It's like one speed. It's not insane movement.
It's just so it speeds up the process of
I hear you, but
people
anything
getting out and
moving.
people getting in.
It's not even that though. It's the physics. You can't have a moving ride and a platform that's fixed because then you would.
But the
then
ride
you
is
would trip.
stopped though.
The ride is moving.
stopped.
It's constantly
It
moving.
always
Yeah.
moves.
Oh, the ride never stops.
ride
You
never
can get
stops.
on it.
Correct.
No, it only stops at the very
Oh, I
beginning or
didn't-
the end, depending which ride it is. But most of them are constantly moving together, the platform and the ride.
Wait, even if people are getting on, it's still moving?
Yes.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, we got to take you to Disney, dude.
Nah, I'm good. I'm adult now. I'm adult.
We can go together.
I
Two
went
adults.
once. I went to Disneyland. I went to Disneyland when I was working for Idol, and since that was an Idol Disney property, I got to do all the skipping and stuff. It was
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, you probably didn't go on the
Yeah,
moving
that's
walkway.
legit.
Then you went some back VIP entrance.
I cannot believe they have this crap moving, and people are asked to get on and off of it moving. Now, would that be easy for us? Yes, but if older people or people,
Sure.
wow, the jury found the theme park responsible for creating hazardous conditions, $250,000 for future medical expenses, $2 million for past pain and suffering, and $5 million for future pain and suffering.
I mean, she's set.
ABC
well,
News.
she's older. Though.
That just pisses me off because now ticket prices are going to go up. So, I mean,
I'm sure insurance pays
so
for
that's stupid. It's like, sorry, lady, this has been around since the frickin' 70s. Like, sorry you fell. Just get up and wipe your knee off and let's go.
I don't think that's
Well,
accurate. I
it's
think
fine.
insurance pays for a lot of that. So they pay an insurance premium.
Yeah, but then insurance, just like when you wreck your car, insurance premium, you have to pay more for it at some point.
I would imagine they're constantly with their insurance. Their insurance is constantly having to pay things. I bet that's a living organism where ticket prices aren't going to go up because of this one thing.
Yeah, true. Probably that's one thing, yeah.
But I can't believe things move. My mind's blown that the ride doesn't stop moving,
If you see it, it makes sense.
and you're asked to get on and off of that
It's
thing.
so slow. It's
is very
super
slow.
slow. That's why the story is crazy.
That's a lot of crazy stories there.
Yeah.
Started off with the
Starting with a
Ole
crazy
Miss
one.
story. Okay. Thank you. Boom, 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 boom.